Good morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Java, brought to you as always by Carter's favorite place.
Woo! Get Go Cafe and Market. Get your fresh foods there. I'm there all the time getting the sandwiches.
It's just like, what? Crank them up here.
I'm ready to go. I had my caffeine from Get Go this morning.
The Steelers are opening rookie camp, which means that the people from their draft class had better be ready to go.
They better be.
There's going to be all kinds of focus, as there should be, on Devin Bush, to a lesser extent Deontay Johnson. Give me somebody else.
Sutton Smith.
Sutton Smith. What do you see from him in a minicamp setting? That's tough.
They're gonna be looking at how athletic these guys are.
First of all, tell everybody who Sutton Smith is, because only Carter knows who Sutton Smith is.
Outside linebacker / defensive end, basically an edge rusher, but he's undersized, late picked. You see him how he played in college football, and he played for a smaller school, but he really, what you see is he has good burst, he has good athletic numbers, and numbers-wise, he looks interesting, but he's undersized, and anytime he matches up against the bigger offensive tackles, he's not getting the kind of success.
So why do we care about him?
Here's why. You see the
You're
way...
going to say special teams.
My man!
Nobody cares about how so-and-so's going to do on special
But here's the
teams.
thing. Sutton Smith, he's a guy, Matakevich has been a special teams hero, quote-unquote, for the team for the past couple years. He's a guy that's faster, quicker, and he's a guy I think that if he sticks around for the next couple years, the way I've seen his tape, he grows. And like in college ball, like you saw his early years into his last year, he definitely improved.
Special teams.
Special teams right now.
You watched his special teams tape.
No. I'm saying as an edge rusher, he grew. Now he might be a guy that they might want to put on the edge or at inside linebacker. He didn't look good at that when they tried at the Senior Bowl, but if he's a guy that they say, hey, we'll move you all over the place, they'll happily have that guy, much like a Kelvin Beachum type. They'll keep you on the roster because you can do two jobs at once and play special teams.
Right, which Beach did, and then ended up parlaying that into a very nice career in the National Football League as a starter. Okay, he wants to talk about Sutton Smith. We're going to actually take it to somebody that you'd care about here. Devin Bush can do different things in a mini camp setting. It's low contact, but not necessarily low octane practice setting, because these kids are in there. They're trying to show off who they are. Yeah. He could drop back into coverage and impress people. He could go sideline to sideline. Yeah. There are other things that can happen.
Yeah, what you want to see and just read about from Bush is to see that he has a strong start, just does the drills well, no injuries, no my muscle tensed up. You want to see how quick,
Greedy Williams moments.
No Greedy Williams. If you saw Greedy Williams on tape in Cleveland, he got burned in a drill and it looked really bad. And I mean, that's supposed to be their new guy that's going to.
They're all having to explain it now too after the fact.
Yeah.
Like, hang on a second, this doesn't matter. Of course it matters. Everything matters.
Everything matters. But here's the thing, and it might not matter down the road. But if Devin Bush starts out with a strong rookie camp, starting from a strong foundation can build a player's confidence, especially a young player's confidence. This guy's still 20 years old.
Yeah, right.
So build strong confidence from a strong start. I think you're going to see that. He was impressive at his pro day. That's what really shot him up a lot of people's boards when they saw that, numbers-wise, he's for real. And I think that he does that. You see leadership quality. How does he stand out from the other rookies as far as getting there early, studying the playbook, et cetera, like things like that. I think that kind of a strong start will go great.
Yeah, into that's kind of what I'm thinking with Bush more than anything that I want to see in this setting. I mean, it'll be good to see the football things, but when I've seen rookies come in to this particular camp, what's always stood out for me are the guys who show the intangibles, who can bring people into the huddle, or the way they'll shout at the line of scrimmage. A guy who stands out for me immediately was Mason Rudolph last year when he came in. Obviously, a kind of a different position, although you heard the Steelers and Mike Tomlin himself refer to Devin Bush as the defensive quarterback. In this case, the offensive quarterback got in a huddle, and he just had this cadence, this presence about him, that you could tell right away this is someone who's pretty serious about his craft and it gets people to listen to him. Devin Bush has to be that for the Steelers, not necessarily as a 20-year-old rookie. Vince Williams is going to...
But he has to have that fire in him.
But he's got to have that, and he's got to have that next level, which is... I hate to keep bringing up Brian Shazier as it compares to the kid, but that's what Shazier did when he first came in. He showed some of that, but at the same time, he was respectful. okay, the guys who can, and in all likelihood will, show what they can do more than anybody else in a camp setting like this are the skill guys, so to speak. By the way, offensive linemen really hate when you refer to the other positions as the skill positions. Like, what? We don't have skill?
It's a little maddening.
It is what it is. But the Steelers have a couple of guys, one in particular, the second-round pick, Deontay Johnson, who can show, because somebody's going to put that ball up, and he can come down with it. It's going to look a whole lot like actual football, other than, if he's in a bad spot, no one's going to come crush him from behind.
Right, and that's the thing. It's going to be interesting. I'm sure they're going to match him up a lot with Justin Lane, their other third-round pick.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to watch, because Lane is the bigger cornerback. He's an NFL-sized type of guy. Now, he doesn't have the quick feet, so that's where I think Johnson's going to have the edge on him in those drills.
And the route running and everything else, and he's not going to be able to. I mean, they're not working off super tight scripts here.
Exactly.
There's some reading, there's some preparation that goes into it, but Deontay Johnson should really, really impress us in this setting.
Yeah, and this is what he'll get his first chance to really show. I mean, if you read Carter's Classroom, I showed all the different times he was able to break down cornerbacks by switching up his routes, mixing up how his setups, and confusing cornerbacks. Say, I can't tell when he's about to do his turn here. I have to stay in my path and then react eventually when he does commit to a route.
So he's going to have a natural advantage in that. But what we most want to see from there, obviously, is bring the ball in,
catch it. Yeah,
bring the ball in.
Yeah, and that's the biggest question about Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, and this would be a good chance for him to start addressing some of that. Benny Snell. You almost wish this was something more than football in shorts. I have a feeling.
What's your feeling?
That once we get to Latrobe, for a whole bunch of reasons, that everyone's going to be talking about Benny Snell.
Oh, yeah.
Not just because of what his own potential is, but because you don't give your veteran running backs the ball very often. You don't want them getting beat up at St. Vincent College before they get to Cincinnati, right? So he's going to get the ball a lot. He's going to have a chance to pound people, even in the backs-on-backers drill, the whole deal. He's going to become like one of those instant stars. Remember Baron Batch? Baron Batch.
Training camp darling.
Oh, people love those guys. Now, what can he do in this setting?
In this setting, you're going to want to see how does his footwork improve. Benny Snell is a power runner. He's a thumper. He's going to run you over. He's going to figure out ways to beat you that way. But you want to
not here.
He can't do that here. So what they're going to test is, hey, we want to see your footwork. We want to see your change of direction. We want to see how you're processing behind.
About some vision.
Exactly. I said behind the offensive line. Because here's the thing. I wrote about this all last season. James Conner was a power runner. He loved pulling guards. That's more of a lead style of running. They're gonna miss having the zone run as a capability. Snell, I think, can fit in a zone run blocking scheme, and you let him be aggressive. He might be able to do both very well. So they're gonna want to see how is he seeing the field in these situations.
Yeah, and the other thing that they're gonna want to see, because they insist on it of all their running backs, including Jalen Samuels late last season, you got to catch the ball.
You got to catch the ball.
Well, blocking goes without.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got to block.
You better protect Ben Roethlisberger.
And if not, Ben Roethlisberger will have something to say to you, right?